Game 2 of the Knicks-Hawks series was the definition of a must-win game for a New York Knicks team that was down 0-1 heading into the contest. Teams that go up 2-0 go on to win the series about 94% of the time. Going down 0-2 would have put the Knicks in an incredibly huge hole, with the next two games being in Atlanta. Early in the game, it looked like things were trending that way, as the Knicks found themselves down 13 at halftime. The Knicks were getting lit up from downtown. Trae Young and Bogdan Bogdanovic were totally having their way, and Julius Randle looks completely lost. But the Knicks started playing much better defense in the second half. Randle and D Rose had a strong third quarter, and the Knicks made a strong comeback and even built a 10-point lead early in the fourth quarter. But the Hawks responded and were able to tie it. In game 1, the Knicks also had a lead in the fourth quarter and lost it in the closing minutes. But this game, the Knicks were able to make the winning plays on both ends of the floor during crunch time that secured the win. Let's break down how the Knicks did it. But before we continue, if you like content like this, please like the video and subscribe, as it would very much be appreciated. Now let's get started. Despite all the good the Knicks did in the second half, with 5 minutes left, the game was tied 91-91, meaning it was anyone's game. Here the Knicks get into a sideline pick and roll. John Collins picks up D Rose. D Rose isolates and hits a tough hook shot right over Collins to give the Knicks the 2-point lead. On the very next possession, the Hawks get into pick and roll. The Knicks defend this by hedging, meaning that Taj Gibson shows out to stop the ball handler being Trae Young and sprints back to Capella. The Hawks swing the ball around, Bogdan Bogdanovic drives, gets it right back, and Randle makes a strong closeout, which leads to a much-needed stop. Here was another key defensive possession. Trae Young drives, kicks it out to DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre Hunter drives, Taj Gibson makes a nice contest. They out-battle Capella for the rebound, and the Knicks get another key defensive stop. On the very next possession, the Knicks take advantage of some bad Trae Young defense. Notice how Trae Young gets caught ball watching, allowing Reggie Bullock to get wide open for three. Trae Young goes right past him, and Bullock hits the clutch three, which gives the Knicks a 5-point lead with 3 minutes left. The Hawks didn't score a single field goal in clutch time, and that was in large part thanks to some good Knicks D. Here, Alec Burks chases Bogdanovic around, gets a nice contest, and the Knicks get another much-needed defensive stop. The Knicks were fortunate that the Hawks missed some open shots. Here, DeAndre Hunter is going to find himself wide open for three, but he misses it, and the Knicks dodge a bullet. Again, DeAndre Hunter is going to find himself wide open in the corner, but he misses again, and the Knicks dodge another bullet. Julius Randle had a terrible first half, but he made winning plays down the stretch to seal the game. Here he has Bogdan in the post, Capella helps, and then he sets Taj Gibson up with the perfect dunk. Now the Hawks are in trouble. Trae Young takes a desperation three, the Hawks rebound, but Taj Gibson hustles to close out this Bogdanovic three, and the Knicks get another much-needed defensive stop. And finally, this Julius Randle Euro step and layup was the dagger that ended the game, because it gave the Knicks a 9-point lead with 1 minute left. So there you have it. The Knicks looked like they were going to lose this one in the first half, but they not only had a strong second half, they made winning plays on both ends of the court to close out the game that they didn't make in game 1. This series is still far from over, as the Knicks will have to at least split the next 2 games in Atlanta, otherwise they face a 3-1 deficit. But it must be encouraging to Knicks fans to see their team overcome adversity and get a win that was needed to save the season. It'll be very fun to watch the rest of this series unfold. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see more like it, make sure you like the video and subscribe, and tell me in the comments who you think is going to end up winning this series. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.